What's going on, everyone, and welcome to a Demonic Gorillas Slayer guide. In this guide, we are going to cover the recommended stats to kill demonic gorillas, the recommended gear setup and inventory, how to get there, and finally, how to actually kill demonic gorillas. I'm going to do a little insert here on why you should kill demonic gorillas. They are technically a Slayer task for the sake of this guide, so that is one reason you should kill them, but they're only able to be killed on Slayer task if you are assigned a Black Demons task. So anytime you get a Black Demons task, you're going to want to come do demonic gorillas if you have the ability to. They make fantastic money, they have great drops, and it's so much better than doing normal Black Demons that it's definitely worth doing Monkey Madness 2 just for the fact of doing demonic gorillas. So, recommended stats for demonic gorillas. You're going to want at least 43 prayer to be able to use all of the protection prayers, but the higher prayer the better. 70 is pretty good. I'm not switching Piety on when I'm doing this, but just to have the ability to do that many kills in a run, higher prayer is better. You're going to want 75 range for the blowpipe at least, but with your boost, it'll make it doable at demonic gorillas, but 80 is kind of a nice spot where you're actually going to notice a big increase in the amount of kills you get. 70 defense, 75 defense. You're going to need 70 defense for the bearer's armor. 75 defense will just allow you to tank a little bit more. And then you're going to want probably 80 attack and 80 strength. It's, again, doable with 70s, but it'll make your kills a lot slower. So if you go for the 80 in the melees with 75 defense, 80 range, 70 prayer, kind of the stats I have, you should be good to get a decent amount of kills per trip. I would say if you're getting 8 to 10 kills per trip, you're pretty solid. So for your warrant items, you're going to want a Slayer helm because we are on task. You're going to want to wear an Ava's accumulator and an arc light. Arc light is very important because it increases your damage heavily on demonic gorillas. How you get this is you combine the dark light with ancient shards from the catacombs, and it will make an arc light that has charges that you use. Then you're going to want a Fury Amulet. You can go with a Torture if you have that money. I don't really right now. A Blessing just for the prayer bonus because we will be using prayer. Carol's leather top. It is vital because we are going to be doing a decent amount of tanking down there. We are praying, but they switch up their attack style every so often. So it's very, very important to have this defense bonus from Carol's. A Dragon Defender because we want the best attack bonus we can have. I have Tacits. You can feel free to use a Varrock's Plate Skirt. It gives you some prayer bonus. Better defense, lower melee stats, but Varrock's Plate Skirt will do wonderfully. If you have a Tacit, obviously use it. Barrow's Gloves, Dragon Boots, and a Berserker Ring Eye. You can feel free to sub out any of these if you don't have them with lower level gloves, Berserker Ring not imbued, or Warrior Ring. But this is kind of, aside from swapping out the Varrock's Plate, this is kind of the minimum you want to go into it with because it's a good loot, but it's not an easy monster to kill. It does take a little bit of good gear and knowledge on what you're doing. Then for your inventory, you're going to want a blowpipe. We are just taking one switch, technically two, when we switch off of the blowpipe, just for ease of use. You can bring more switches if you want, but that takes up inventory space and you're going to need the food. So all I'm bringing is a blowpipe, and that is going to have scales and addy darts in it. Super combat potion, one of them, and a range potion because we're going to need those boosts to make sure we can get through as many kills as possible. 2 to 3 prayer potions. I bring 3 just in case. They have a pretty common drop rate of dropping prayer potions, but in case your run is going well, you don't want to have to leave because you're out of prayer potions. So I just bring 3 for that. Royal Seed Pod for teleportation, which you will have gotten from Monkey Madness 2, which you need to do to get to demonic gorillas. I bring a Duel Link to teleport out and regen your stats over at Clan Wars, and then just fill up the rest of the inventory with food. So now how to get to demonic gorillas. You should know how to get there if you've done Monkey Madness 2, but just in case you forgot, go use your Royal Seed Pod. It'll bring you to the Grand Tree, and then I'm going to walk. You can run, but I like running through the cave, so I just walk to get there. But we're going to go northeast. We're going to exit the tree, rather, and enter the area where the blimp aircraft thing crashed in the quest, and we're going to go into the caves down there. It's very, very quick, makes for quick trips, and it's easy money. It's very, very good money. They have a drop table, which I will leave the wiki to in the description below, but they have a drop table that have multiple 100k drops on it, not to mention the Zenite Shard, which is, I think, about 9 mil at this point. So it's I mean, and that's a 1 in 300 drop. That's not that rare. So it's a fantastic moneymaker. So we're going to go over to the cave. And then once you go down in the cave, you're fine. You're in a safe spot behind this rope. What I do is I switch on my Protect from Magic because that is what we would take the most damage from in our current gear setup. Anything else can probably be tanked out pretty easily. I'm going to sip 1 super combat potion and 1 ranging potion as I run over there. And then I generally just attack the first one that's available to me. It's not really that big of a deal. Which ones you find? There's usually some spaces here. Okay, so now they have 3 styles of attack. So this guy is melee. So we're going to put on the melee. When he raises his hands like that, that is going to be his melee attack. Once he gets a certain amount of damage done to him, he will change his protection prayers to whatever you're using. So that's why we're bringing 2 combat styles. This is his range attack where he throws a rock at you. That one's pretty simple. And then that's his magic attack where he throws that green ball at you. He will change his attack style after hitting 3 zeros, always. So if you want to try and guess what he's going to change to, that's pretty beneficial. I usually do that, but I'm commentating over this, so it's not easy to talk and do at the same time. And then right there's a special attack, which he can do. You basically just have to move 1 to the right. He can only do that when he's in a ranging stance, when he's either range or magic. Those are the only 2 times he can do that special attack. So if he's meleeing and you see that special attack come out, change to 1 of the 2 prayers. You got a 50-50 shot on what's going to happen. I always go to magic just because magic is what will hurt more. Because of the armor we're wearing, we have a pretty good shot of blocking range damage. So I always switch to magic because it's just how that will benefit us the most. So another thing you can do when there is a range stat, you can walk away from them, and that is, I got hopped. That is good because when you walk away like that, if he walks towards you anyway, you will know that it's going to be melee next, so you can kind of get that switch on. I walked away poorly though and got jumped, which is something you gotta be careful of. So I decided to do a little loot from 1 hour at the end of this video just to finish off my task. So this is about all I got in 1 hour. No unique drops, which is good for some people. It's kind of sad to see because I obviously didn't make that much money, but it's fun to see what the expected outcome of any trip is without having the price inflated because of a unique. So we're just going to jump all this in, and it's going to be about 785K for 1 hour. I'm not going to do the subtraction of the costs of things I went to use just because there are other people that do that. Like if you want to go check out the Real GP series by Asuki and our OSRS, he does a fantastic one. If he did a Demonic Gorillas video, I will actually link it in the description below. But he takes all that into account. This is just kind of the raw, what you can expect profit from doing this task hour over hour. I'm also going to show you at the end what this sells for because not all the things sell for the price they say in the Grand Exchange guide price. So I'll give you an actual GP right now. So it looks like total we actually ended up with 782K, and I didn't sell the javelin shafts because they're not going to sell. I'm going to use them as a collection in my bank, but we ended up with about 785K. Not too bad. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you did. Comment down below letting me know 1, any ways I can improve series such as this. 2, anything you want to see me do the next episode on. All my social links will be in the description below if you want to follow any of those. Feel free to subscribe. There will be more RuneScape content out on this channel. And until next time, I will see everyone later.